What's going on? This is DJ Luke. Just finished up a great session with Real Vizion. This is break time, but we're going to go ahead and take a break now from session and have a great Q&A. Let some of my listeners that aren't familiar with Real Vizion get to know you.
All right. Okay, so I'm from Sacramento, California. You're well aware of that. If the fans don't know, Sacramento, California, North Sacramento, in a little neighborhood called Gardenland, right off of Northgate Boulevard. I grew up in the Sacramento streets, so we moved a lot as well. I lived in the Heights, the Paso Heights, on Nogales for a long time, on the end of the bike trail, way before the police station was built in Marysville Boulevard, so that was a long time ago. And lived multiple places, but I'm from Sacramento, and that's where I, represent my music at. So yeah, and for the inspiration of music, there's a lot of inspiration I had growing up for music. I used to watch my stepdad write poems to my mom, and sometimes when they were fighting, he used to give them to me to go give to her. And like the way that he wrote things, like I just always been obsessed with words. So seeing my stepbrother Chris, COS, J.O.B. Music,
Shout out COS.
Original Sick Made Sick artist, grew up listening to his music, so he was a big inspiration as well. Being able to grow up in that and hear their music and just be around like music all the time. I mean, he was always in and out, but he was one of my inspirations. Brother Lynch,
Pioneers.
SIBO,
yeah, you're around.
X-Rated.
Good folks to be around to learn from.
Right.
And I hear in your music, I hear some of that inspiration and ways that you've taken elements of maybe things that they did and you've created,
integrated the sickness into my
roots.
music.
It was the roots for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's, there's a lot more inspiration on the music side as I was growing up, but those always stuck solid to me, the pioneers out here in Sacramento. I started a group called Real Vizion with a couple of my buddies, which we're not going to mention any names or anything. I'm just going to give light detail. We made a lot of music together through DJ Luke, like 99%, we've done a lot of songs together, right? Like,
it's a couple hundred.
Yeah, like it's up there, and we had some good times, right?
Yes, I definitely agreed. It was business, but we became friends.
Right. And
the music, I will say this: some of the absolute most. You take the words deep, intellectual, and it was some of the most premier stuff that I've ever worked on. Right. I'm saying that right now. Years later, I've worked with so many more, and it still stands as kind of a bar set for a certain type of like deep subject music.
Right. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Continue.
Okay. Yeah, and that's from someone who, does music all day long, over 26,000 songs mixed, down, mastered, recorded, right?
Around there?
Around there. Come on now, like you're a hard worker, man. Okay, so like around 2016 or so, a lot of things were happening. So one of the homies were moving out of state. The other homie kind of wanted to, not really branch off from the group, but kind of like work on his own thing. And I was going through some hardships back then, and the divorce and just having my kid and trying to like juggle all these things. And we kind of just went our own ways. There's a lot more detail to it, but I'm not gonna spread all that out there. I miss the Lyrical Vizion days. I miss making music consistently all the time. Heart failure. Yeah, I got sick. My heart failed. Right after my heart failed, my kidneys failed, and I flatlined while I was in the hospital, luckily. and they brought me back to life. I flatlined again. They brought me back. It's been an uphill battle since, dealing with heart failure. It's a miracle right now that my kidneys repaired, to 100%. My heart was at 7%, so they put a pacemaker inside of me, like cut me open, put a pacemaker in my heart. They were saying that I was going to have a massive heart attack sometime soon, and if I had a defibrillator and a pacemaker, that my heart, it would shock my heart back into place. Might save my life. So that's why they did that. But right now, my heart is at 50%, like the best it's ever been.
Much better.
Yeah, way better.
Where it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's, basically it was a struggle. If anybody has any kind of health problems, or anything they're going through, they know what struggling is and trying to get things right, and just having to stop everything you're doing in life to focus on that. Because, what are you going to do if you're dead? You know what I mean?
Done.
Nothing. So, yeah, very life-changing. J.O.B. Music.
J.O.B.
My brother Chris, COS, Eli 1. We're all a team, Everybody does their own part to get everything moving. Working on a lot of projects right now. We'll discuss that later or in a little bit. But yeah, J.O.B. Music. My brother put me on, and it's been a wrap ever since.
Is that a pun?
Yeah.
It was a pun.
No puns intended.
No, and so you've got... Now, see, I don't know much about Eli 1 at this point, and then you got Mike Steam and other folks, but
yes.
Knowing COS, and your COS is longer than your history, and then your pretty dang nice history in it that had the hiatus, but that's one thing that, referring kind of back to the Lyrical Vision stuff, you guys worked with a lot of big name artists, and you guys had a lot of views on a lot of the videos, and the momentum was there. So you have your own legacy.
Right, yeah.
That's teamed up with a legacy that is in the pioneer area. So it's like it's a strength coming together with a strength.
Right, like
and it's good.
powerhouses.
The stuff that is releasing and that will be released is going to be some of the most impactful music going on the West Coast.
Right.
I really think.
I think so too.
I believe it. So
yeah, me too.
It's just really awesome that this has happened. You've gotten back into it, and I'm working on some of the mixes for some of COS's stuff, and
right.
Yeah, there's a storm of brewing.
Get ready, y'all. You're gonna have some good music out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel it. I think it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm working on my album right now through J.O.B., my solo album, called Straight from the Heart Failure. I'm thinking it's going pretty smooth right now, wouldn't you say? Like,
Yeah.
with the work we're getting in.
A little bit of refinement here and there, and just kind of chipping away at ideas, and we come back, but it's the normal process. That's how music is.
Right.
You lay it down, you think it's good, okay, we'll do this, and now it's 10 times better. And yeah.
Right.
So it's always been progress.
Right.
And making it better and better.
Right.
So yeah, you're right.
Okay, so and I also working on I'm working on a couple of things with some other people, but I'm on 800 Kilotons, Mike Steam, song called No Tears. Check the whole album out, gonna be released soon. I'm on my brother's album, Hello Neighbors. So COS, J.O.B. Music, Hello Neighbors, check that out. I'm on The Book of Eli, Chapter 2. So go ahead and check that out through J.O.B. Music. And there's a few other things that I'm working up. Got a lot of features on my project so far. Shouts out to the homie Contraband.
Yes.
He jumped on a few of my tracks, so, bless you, brother. Got Jay Zona, can't forget about you. He jumped on there. Got T.A. Green.
Yes.
Got him on a couple tracks. Sacramento veteran.
These are all just A+ artists.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
trying to
gotta
kill
be.
it this time. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah. Got Eli 1 on there and plus COS. So, and COS is running point on the projects, you know, too. So like, you know, we're all just putting all these projects together, trying to get music ready for our listeners, you know, trying to spread positivity. Okay, so right now on JOB Music, I have Eli 1. He does all the production usually for JOB Music. Really hot beats coming out, you know. Mike Steen is really deep into my production on this album. So shouts out to you, brother. You worked hard on a lot of that stuff, and you know, it's gonna be justice done to every beat. And then I got a beat from Corrupted. So, you know, I'm still gonna be coming at you for a beat to put on my album as well. So got DJ Lou production, and that's it right now on my album. So, you know, it's being put together. It's a slow process, but I'm cool with that. You know, I'm just easing my way back into the music scene. You know, like, I don't know if I'll be doing any shows anytime soon. We used to do a lot of shows.
Boy, the shows. We went down to Compton. We were like walking through Compton, like,
yeah,
are we okay here?
Is it cool?
Yeah. No, we went all over the place. Shout out for a lot of things that we did with Tone Loc and Thiz Latin.
Yeah.
They got Lyrical Vision, Real Vision now, and just a lot of folks in that circle on some great shows. So we have to show love to Thiz Latin, Tone Loc TV, the whole.
Oh yeah, man, he vibed.
Those shows down there and everywhere we went and doing videos, great times.
All throughout California, man, like just mom and pop places, you know, bars, wherever we could perform at, we would perform at, you know. Here in Sacramento.
Great stuff.
It was fun times. Now, if you want to do your homework on me, like, and get a good history of my music, you can jump on YouTube, Lyrical Vision, and go check out all Lyrical Vision stuff. You'll know it's my music. Just check me out. You'll see. And then right now, I have a personal YouTube, which is Real Vizion the Rap Addict. You know, I got my newest music, some of my music for my mixtape Rap Addiction, and plus a new single, Sewed Up, that's coming off my album. You can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, or what they call it, X.
Yep.
And I'm setting up some more accounts, you know, briefly it will be done. So those are, if you want to check me out, that's where you can probably find me the most, those Facebook and YouTube.
YouTube stuff is great. Everything from back then is still up, right?
Yeah.
Should be still up. All this.
That's what I loved about Mike Steen. He went back and looked at all of my old stuff before he started making beats for me. And then and then he was like, okay, I want to integrate these beats into his style, you know, the way that he makes music.
Nice.
And it became very personal. So, you know, that was dope. And, you know, not to shade anybody else, you know, just a shout out, you know what I mean? Like,
well, of course.
Like Mike Steen and us, we've been working hand in hand, getting some stuff together. So, check out his music too.
Check out everybody that's been mentioned.
Yes, everybody.
And I have a feeling we're going to end with the fact that I think after your hiatus, people are going to be impressed with your content on what they'll find on YouTube. Right. I think you're going to just blow all that away. I literally believe that.
Well, I hope so.
I think you're here now. You're going to be here.
I think I've had a lot of growth, you know, going through a lot more experiences and going through that uphill battle as well.
Mm-hmm.
It made me more, you know, hungrier, you know, like inspired to tell my testimony. So the things that come out of my mouth are 100% real and truth, you know?
Authentic, and that is going to resonate.
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
Just one more thing. I want to give shouts out to my brother COS. Man, thank you for putting me on the label. We're going to kill. Thank you, Eli One, man. Mike Steen, you know. To all the homies in Arizona, they show them much love, you know. Like, I'm only familiar with a few right now, but I've been listening to a lot of their music. They showing a lot of love to us too, you know, so shouts out to them. But, you know, main shouts out to DJ Mother Lou. You know, we can't cuss right here. No. DJ.
Yes. All right. Well, until the next session, which should be next week, we'll get on that once we go off air or off YouTube, figure out the scheduling. It's been great having you on Break Time.
Thank you.
All right.
And thank you.
22, that's what time it is. J.O.B. with me, that's my brother Chris. I'm the rap addict, that's my persona. I'm repping Cali, baby, all the way to Arizona. It's the rap addict, fresh on the scene. All facts coming through with a new hit. It's the rap addict, fresh on the scene. All facts coming through with a new hit.